Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to American Truck Simulator, my American adventure. So, we are currently level 5. We have 13 deliveries complete, and if we get 2 more deliveries complete, then we will unlock the ability to take a loan. We've got so far $260 paid out in fees, 1 crash, 1 light offense, and we've got about $2,000 in the bank. So we need another job. So I think we ended up in Galveston last time, didn't we? We don't have a lot in the way of job options here. We've been to Austin, we've been to Lufkin, and we've been to Tyler as well. I'm going to be a little creative here. We're going to travel to Fort Worth and we're going to take a job from here. So let's see if we can find a new area to head to. We've got Odessa, Fort Worth, but we've already been to Fort Worth. Oklahoma, that's out of state. We don't want to do that yet. We've got Huntsville. We have been to Huntsville. That's also in Oklahoma. We've been to Dallas and there. So I think this is the job, isn't it? Take us to Odessa, or just short of Odessa, the outskirts. Let's take this job. Okay, do we have a working nav in here? Yes, we do. So let's close that down. Can I see my mirrors? Kind of. So we'll try. No, we'll just stick with that, I think. That's the safest option. Let's get the lights on. There we go. Let's have a look at what we're hauling, because I didn't really take a look. Looks like we're hauling generators. Or are they air compressors? There might be air compressors. Not sure. Right. Let's hit the road, shall we? We are facing the wrong direction. Can I turn around here? It's tight, but yes. Go around the gantry. And there we go, onto the tarmac. Get our high beams on. So heading to a new location, somewhere we haven't been before. See what I can see on my dashboard. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Quick and easy speed and cruise control visibility. Someone has broken down. He'll be fine. And we are on the freeway and off and running. It's my speed limit, 75 down here. Okay. Nice quiet entry to the road, and immediately we've got roadworks. Ow. Unless that was for the lane closed that we saw when we were pulling on. Where are these roadworks? Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe that's just like a roadworks ending thing. I don't know. We've got some bollards here on the median, on the divider. Don't know if they're to signify that the hard shoulder is supposed to be out of use. We're going to speed up to about 70, I think. There we go. So yeah, we are fast approaching the point where we can strive for independence. Oh, here we go. Here's some roadworks. Let this truck through. There we go. There's an accident, so... Oh, yeah, that car is very, very crumpled. Wow. Would not want to be the driver of that vehicle. So where was it? Yes, we are fast approaching the point where we can strive for independence. Say just 2 more jobs complete will open up the ability for us to take a loan, and then it's a question of whether or not there is a cheap, viable option for a second-hand truck. We don't want to go over the top. In terms of repayments, the higher the loan, the lower the interest cost is going to be, but the larger amount we're going to have to pay back, and the harder it's going to be to get that, you know, cleared. So I'm not sure what's going to be the best way for us to approach this. We are definitely going to have to take a loan at some point. Just the sheer amount of money we're going to have to earn by doing these jobs, and the sheer number of jobs we're going to have to do to earn that money, is insane. Because we're making very little money at all. You know, we're averaging what, anywhere between 20 to 50 cents a mile. It's not much. We will be able to earn more once we have our own truck, but at the same time we will have increased expenditure. We'll have to, you know, pay for any maintenance. We'll have to pay for fuel. So we do need to keep that in mind as well. Turn off for Albany. And we do have 2 kind of mod trucks that we can look at. I would prefer, I think thematically, I think it would be more realistic if we could get one of those old school trucks, the either the Freightliner FLB or the Kenworth K100E that are in our selection of mods. Those old box front trucks. Just, I feel an older style truck like that for a new trucker just starting out with a very, very limited budget would make more sense. But we can't afford to buy either of them new, so we are entirely at the mercy of whether or not we can get a good deal on the used truck dealership. And it may well be that we actually end up not getting either of those and just going for whatever we can get our hands on that's not that expensive and isn't in ridiculously bad shape because it's not very expensive. So interesting times coming. Our first truck, and then of course we're going to have to pay to get that thing upgraded if we're going to want to haul better value cargo, heavier cargo, that kind of thing. It's very likely that whichever truck we start with is going to have a pretty weak engine in the grand scheme of things, so that will limit the kind of things that we can comfortably manage to haul as well. Still cruising along below the speed limit. Kind of want the extra visibility of the hazards, but at the same time we have got to be mindful of traffic around us, both going past us and oncoming traffic on the opposite lane as well. We've got a slow moving van in front of us. Very slow moving van. Let's just have a little look ahead. So we have got a turn off coming at the next interchange. We're taking that next off ramp. We need to get past this guy because he is going so slow. There we go. One mile to San Angelo La Mesa. Thank you to those of you who are answering my questions in the comments. It is much appreciated. It's always nice to gain that little bit of extra info. I'm sure I will continue to ask questions as this series continues, as I come across something that I'm not really sure about. Wrong way offence. What? Oh, did that go to single lane? Oh, okay. I didn't realise that had gone to single lane traffic. Damn, another fine. And that means I think we might not be getting paid for this job. Let's have a look. Oh, just. We're on for, what, $120? Sorry, $20. $20, $30. That's it. That's all we're going to get from this one. Ouch. That is not good. Yeah, things like that are really going to hurt us when it comes to paying off our loan as well. If we're taking on these jobs and then immediately losing most of the revenue through fines. I've tried to be so good with my driving to try and minimize the fines. But yeah, that one caught me out. Maybe because I was a little distracted. Looks like the lane we're in is going to disappear. So let's go ahead and preemptively get out of it. There we go, that peels off to the right. We are going to peel off to the left. Sun looks like it's starting to come up. Just looking on my dash to see if I have a clock. And it doesn't look like I do. Sun is definitely coming up though. You can see it's starting to rise on our left. Ooh, that truck there got a little close. We could raise the speed, but there doesn't seem to be much point because we're turning off any moment. And we have just about arrived at our destination. There we go. What is that, cattle grid? Or maybe just a drainage runoff. Either way, we are here. And the wheel is fighting me on this uneven terrain. Alright, let's have a look. Where do they want it? Straight ahead. And in the opposite direction. There. Okay, we've done a parking job very, very similar to this already. So that's good. And I think I'm going to drive forward and then turn here. This is tight. I think I might have actually hit something. I'm not sure. Not moving. We got stuck on a rock, maybe. Yeah, it did not like that turn. Right. There we go. There's our... I have no idea if what I'm doing is a clever idea or a very silly idea, but it has given me some visual indicator here to work to. I'm now stuck on the side of this giant tank. There we go. May have overcomplicated things for myself, but at least we are now in a position to back this in quite nicely. There we go. Don't forget you can rate my driving in the chat, in the comments. Rate my parking as well. Okay, we need another job. So let's see what is available from Odessa. It's New Mexico. We don't want to go there. Junction. Haven't been to Junction yet, so that's an option. Or Lubbock. We haven't been to Lubbock yet either. So that's paying $111, 41 cents a mile, but it's only 38 minutes till it expires. We might not get there in time for that one. This one, 133, it's only 30 cents a mile. It's definitely worth less, but I think we should see if we can take that one. Oh, no, wait, of course, we haven't got to drive there, have we? So, never mind. Let's take a look at what we're actually hauling. And we're hauling in a Western Star. Right, we've got an on-screen nav. That's nice. We are going to need our mirrors. And we're going to need our lights as well, because it's still early in the morning. .604. It's not going to give me a speed visual indicator there, it would seem. We are turning the wrong direction. We need to turn this way. Wanted to make sure I wasn't going to hit anything pulling out. And this looks like it could be quite a nice daytime drive. So I think we might go to the roof camp for this one. Which means we are going to need that. It's a short drive, 2 hours and change. You can see the sun cresting over the trees there, and the rays spinning out. This could be a very pretty drive, depending on the scenery itself. Cruise control set at 70. A little tight to the inside there. Just drift a little bit. There we go. Turning off again. Now it looks like we are turning onto bi-directional traffic here, so where are we? I genuinely don't know, so we can stay here just in case. I mean, there's double yellow lines, so that to me suggests traffic in the opposite direction as well. Not a cloud in the sky at the moment. Yes, construction. Set cruise to 40. Actually, we can set that a little higher now, can't we? We've got some roadworks coming up. I'm not actually sure if my cruise control is set. No, it's not. Okay. Now it is. Looks like the remains of a tyre there on the side of the road that we just went screaming past. That is a big old construction project going on there. Let's give this fire truck space to pull out. New overpass being built. Very cool. That speed limit has gone up significantly. Let's get back into the slow lane. Change of speed coming up just as we're getting up to about 70, dropping down to 60. Okay, do get the feeling it might drop a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. 50, 40, 40. Thought it was going to be 45 for a minute then. Nice long stretch of road to get some speed up. Starting to see some cloud cover, but it's still a beautiful day, look. Ooh, just clipping the rumble markers there. We're almost there. Very short drive. Probably hear my wheel rattling on the table, the force feedback. Definitely letting me know this is a dirt road. We've got some crop spraying going on ahead, look. That's cool. What we see, we've got cotton on the right. Is that cotton on the left as well? I think so. Not sure. We've got some cereal grain here. Pumpkins. Is that pumpkins? Yes, it is. Alright, and this one could be quite a tricky parking job. It is quite a small area. Really is a small area, isn't it? Oh wow, look how tight this is. Alright, we've got a little bit of room to work with. But not a huge amount. It's kind of cool to see that equipment in that shed there. Overturned. There we go. And again, we're a bit wonky. Let's straighten her up. Just seeing that irrigation boom over there in the background as well. That's pretty awesome. There we go. Job done. So, pressure tanks delivered from Odessa to Lubbock. Not a huge amount of cash, just $111. 154 XP with just short 7 XP away from hitting level 6. but bank should now be available. There we go. So we can now take a loan. So a 50 grand loan will cost us $600 a day. Interest rate on that is 9%. 150 is a 6%. 907 a day. That's a lot. Let's take a quick look at the used truck market. There might not be any change since we last looked. Wait, that's truck dealers, isn't it? We want used trucks. Let's see, what do we have? We've got a Volvo for 83 is the cheapest. It's too expensive. That is too expensive. Yeah. No truck purchase today, it would seem. Let me just have a quick look at the Kenworth. Well, that's cheaper. That's 62k for a Kenworth. The Freightliner is more expensive. I don't know, maybe we could go for this. Let me just see what it would look like inside in terms of options. So we could move the navigator to there or up there. That would make more sense, I think. So let's clear that one off. Let's get rid of the GPS on that side. We could put it down there as well. Or we could put a cell phone there. I'm guessing that's going to display the same thing based on the image. Do we have any kind of dashboard attachment? It doesn't look like we do. Got a few different wheels to choose from. Probably stick with the original. Now I'm stuck. There we go, camera reset. So yeah, we've got a few options in here that we could mess around with. What do we have in the way of paint jobs as well? We've got a few interesting paint jobs. Some very old school style paint schemes. Might have to go with this one. That's what Texas is, isn't it? It's the Lone Star State. Although we could go for a metallic Comet. I don't know. We got some options. So this is 60 grand. What engine have we got in here? We could also go with a slightly extended. That might be a decent idea. Slightly extended wheelbase. Let's have a look. What do we got in terms of engine? 370 horsepower. It's going to cost me only an extra 5 to go up to 425. But if I want to go up to 430, that is going to be a fair bit more expensive. Let's take a look at gearboxes. I've got an 18 speed that definitely gives us, you know, some improvements here. Again, that's not too bad. We're looking at about 70k. Not overly concerned about spending a lot of money on the interior just yet. We can always come back to that. And same with the paint job. We don't need a very expensive metallic paint job. We might just stick with something nice and cheap and simple to start with. You know, just minimize our expenses. And then accessory wise, I don't really think we need to worry about any accessories just yet. We can always beautify the truck at another point. So we're looking at needing around about 70 grand, I would say. So let's exit. And go to the bank. So it's either take out a 50k loan and keep working for a bit before we take the loan out to get up to about the 60-70k. That's going to take a while. Or we go for this one here. I just wish I knew how much money we were going to earn with our other stuff. So I think what we'll have to do for now is just keep doing some regular jobs, get some more skills in, increase our high value cargo, maybe look at getting a fragile cargo, maybe even a long distance for slightly longer deliveries, and take it from there, I think. So that's where we're going to end it for today. We have now got the option or the ability to buy a truck of our own. I just need to be a little patient, I think. It'd be a bit, I think, silly to rush straight into buying a truck right now when we are still financially pretty precarious. So we will continue to just chip away. We'll gain a couple more levels, I think, and then when we've got a little bit more cash, it won't be a lot, but when we've got a little bit more cash, and more importantly, we've got a couple more skill points and we're earning a little bit more on these jobs, then we'll have a look and see if the used truck market has refreshed, and whether or not we can find a really good bargain truck. If not, we might well be buying that Kenworth K100. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more on my American adventure very soon.